Before you plan on relocating to any country in the world, the most important step is to identify the documents you need for your relocation, which route are you going with, and what documents do you need to do this relocation. You have to identify these documents and get them ready before you embark on this journey of planning your relocation journey. If not, you will be stuck in the middle of the way, and if care is not taken, you might get your visa denied. Why? You don't have the necessary and the most important documents. Ladies and gentlemen, still on our series on the Canada visit visa, I bring to you today the important and most vital documents you need to apply for Canada visitors visa. You guys, before we proceed, if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification so that each time I upload a new video, you will be the first to get notified. To all my returning subscribers, you guys are the real deal. Thank you guys for always coming back. Without not wasting your time, let's go into this. Of course, Mama Positivity, your captain, is on the screen. Don't forget to give this video a big like so that YouTube can recommend it to others so that they will get this information. There are 4 categories of Canada visit visa. If you want to go to Canada as a visitor, as a tourist, before you apply for this, you will be asked, which category are you going for? Are you going to visit a family member? If you are going to visit a family member, it is called family visit, all right? That is the actual visit visa, and it is a different document that you need to provide. If you are going for tourists, like you don't have any family member in Canada, you are just on your own, you just want to visit Canada and return back to your country as a tourist, there are different documents that you'll be asked to provide. Then, if you are going to Canada for business deals, companies sent you to Canada, your company might send you to Canada for a business, or you as a businessman, you have some business deals to sell in Canada. It is a different category altogether, and it has its own documents. Then there is what we call compassionate visit. If you watch my previous video, I talked about going to Canada as a carer, caring for a pregnant woman and all that. It is called compassionate visit, all right? So if you are going to Canada for compassionate visit, there are different documents that you need to gather to process this visit. So you guys, we will be going to on my screen right now, and I will be showing you guys the major documents that you must get ready before you even start applying for your visitor's visa. See, the most important thing is to identify these documents and get them ready, all right? It makes your application seamless, and you have high chance of being granted your visa once the necessary documents are ready. Without further ado, let's go into this. After this video, ask yourself these questions. Do I have the necessary documents to visit Canada? Do I have the chance to try this? And if you do, I will encourage you to give it a trial. Guys, the first document I'll be looking at is if you are going to Canada as a tourist. The truth is that many of us do not have any family member in Canada, and we might wish to go to Canada as a tourist, okay? So let's look at the documents you will need to go to Canada as a tourist. In these documents, I will tell you the ones that are optional and the ones that are a must that you will have it. The optional ones is just to use and support your application. So some are optional, while some are mandatory that you must show them. All right, so let's look at this. So guys, looking at my screen, we have going to Canada as a tourist. The number 1 document is your travel history. Okay, so you have to submit this when you are doing your visa application, a clear copy of one or more of the following, all right? Your previous passports and or visas used within the last 10 years to travel outside your country. So you just do a screenshot of your travel visas, entry and exit stamps, that place that they used to stamp your entry and exit. You just scan them and use it for your application. Study and or work permits that indicate your duration outside of your country, expired or valid visas. So all these are documents you can use to show travel history. Permit me to let you know that travel history is optional. So if you don't have any travel history, don't worry, go ahead and apply your visa. But if you have it, you can use it to support your application. Guys, the second document is itinerary. Itinerary means documents to show where you are staying in Canada, duration of your stay and all that. So you submit this during visa application. You show your flight details, your hotel reservations, and registration for an event. Let's say you are going for an event, you show them the registration of that event, okay? So because you are going as a tourist, remember, you don't have any family member in Canada to house you. So you must show them a reservation you have made for your hotel. Let me say the place you are going for tourists is where you can book online. If you have done a booking to the tourist attraction area before your visa, you can show them documents that shows that yes, I have booked a place and I have secured a place for the tourist. All right, so all these things is to convince the visa officer that yes, you are well prepared, you have where you are going to, and this is the duration of your stay. I hope this is making sense. So what I'm saying is, in essence, is this: before you start your visa application, you must identify where you are going to, book the tourist attraction, book a seat for it, book your hotel reservations, and then book your flight ticket before you proceed to your visa, because you have to provide these documents. Guys, the next document is your account statement. This is a very important document. Submit with visa application, all right? Bank name and contact. This allows them to contact your bank or your financial institution with questions. Proof it is in your account, so the money must be in your name. All right, the money must be in your name. Your account details, at least 6 months of account details, including your balances. All right, so you have to show them 6 months proof of fund, okay, and the name of the bank. They have to contact the bank to verify. So the next document is identity documents. This is very necessary, guys. This can be a clear copy of your valid international passport, you guys. So your valid passport, you use it to apply. All right, you just scan the page of your passport that shows your name, your date of birth, country of origin, and all that. Any stamps, visas, or markings. So that's it for identity. You can as well use a travel document for identity. The next document is use of representative. This form is called IMM 5476. Family members who apply on behalf of the applicants or third parties need to complete this form. So let's say I am applying for my mother to come and visit me in Canada. So that means I will fill this form to support her application, right? So if someone is there is applying for you, or you use someone helped you to do the application, they need to fill this form to show they really did this application on your behalf. All right, so but if you are doing the application yourself, then you don't need to fill this particular form. Authority to release personal information to a designated individual. This is IMM 5475 document. All right, so if you want IRCC to release your personal information to someone you choose, you can fill this form. The person you choose will be able to get information on your case file, such as the status of your application, submit with visa application. So let's say you are using an agent, or you want anything to you have anything to do with any third party, you can fill this form. If not, you don't need it. Family information, IMM 5645. So every applicant that is traveling with you that is over 18 years old must fill this form, and you guys must submit it during your application. You too will fill this form. Any other person joining you, your spouse or your children that are over 18 years will fill this form. Then if you don't have anybody over 18 years going with you, you don't need to fill this form. So the next document you need is minor children. All right, documents needed depend if the children under 18 years of age will travel with only one parent, with a relative or friend, or alone. So if you have a child going with you that is under 18 years old, you must fill this particular form. Okay, a letter that authorizes the minor child to travel to Canada, and other documents such as adoption papers or a custody decree. Submit with visa application. Also, you hold the letter and show border service officers when you arrive Canada. Not only in Canada, even when we come to UK, we wrote a letter to support our application for our 2 children. So this is a must. Okay, guys, these are all the documents that you need to show if you are going to Canada as a tourist. All right, so all these documents, you should gather them. You can see they are not much. That is why I tell you people, don't be scared, give it a trial. Of course, anybody going to anybody's country on tourist need to book a flight before that and book your reservation. Nothing serious is here, you guys, and I am encouraging you to try this. All right, so this is it. Let's go and see the family visit, the documents you need when someone in Canada, a family, is inviting you to Canada. So if you are going to Canada for family visit, you need a letter of invitation. All right. So this letter will be written by your family member in Canada to confirm that the purpose of your visit is valid. All right. So proof of relationship. This can include a copy of a marriage certificate, a statutory declaration of common law union, a birth certificate, an official document naming you as a parent. All right. So this is it. If you are going, you are bringing your mother or your spouse or anyhow, you just have to show a relationship with you and the person with any of these documents on the screen. Others include other documents you need for family visit, travel history. We have discussed these ones before. Itinerary, account statement, employer information. So this is to show that you have a valid work in your home country that will take you back after your visit. So your employer have to give their consent. Yes, she is working for us. She wants to travel. We will talk about this in the next slide. Identity document, that's your passport. Use of a representative form, authority to release personal information form, family information form, and minor children form. All right. So now the next is, let's talk about this employment information. This is just a letter from your employer that can confirm that you have a stable job and will return to it. It can also show that your employer supports your visit to Canada. The letter should be printed on your employer's official letterhead. So any letter you are getting from your employer should be on the letterhead. All right. The letter should include date no earlier than 3 months before you apply, confirmation that you have a job with the employer, your full name and date of birth, date you started the job, brief description of the job, current salary, contact information of your manager, phone number, email address, employer information, company name, street address, state, country, signature of employer. Your manager or human resource contact should print their name and sign the letter. All right. This is it for employer letter. It's not a big deal, guys. It's just a document to show yes, Ada King is what is working for us. We are aware she's traveling to Canada and she is coming back to her job. Let's talk about this statutory declaration of common law union, guys. The IMM 5409 form. So this is to show proof that you and your common law partner have combined your affairs and set up a household together. All right. If I'm saying that Kingsley is my husband, I have to provide documents that show yes, he is my partner. Proof can include joint bank accounts or credit cards, joint ownership of a home, joint residential leases, joint rental receipts, joint utilities, electricity, gas, telephone, joint management of household expenses, proof of joint purchases, especially for household items. So this is why it is good for couples to at least have a joint account. It is for situations like this. All right. So guys, you can see it here. You can see it here. If you want to travel, they will ask you to visit as a tourist, for business, for family business, and for compassionate reasons. All right. So you guys, if you are traveling for business, it is the same set of documents. For compassionate reasons, it's the same set of documents, you guys. So guys, this is it for this video. I have been able to show you the most important list of documents that you need if you want to visit Canada, no matter the criteria you are going into. But before I go, I want to encourage you. You can go to Canada as a tourist. It is not the reason why they build all those tourist attractions is to attract you and I to come and have a look at them. You must not have anybody in Canada before you can visit Canada. I hope this is making sense right now. So guys, at the end of this video, I hope that you have to give this a trial, give it a thought. Do I have all the necessary documents that I need to start going to Canada as a tourist? If you do, come on girl, come on man, this is your time to go and see this Canada, okay? As it is heightened, go ahead, gather your documents. All you need is to convince these people that yes, after my visit, I am returning, and trust me, you are getting your visa, all right? Now, permit me to let you know that apart from all these documents I listed here, depending on how you present your documents and how you answer the questions, of which part of this series I will teach you guys how to apply for a visitor's visa. We will do it together here online, so you learn how to do it on your own. All right. So depending on how you answer the questions, they might ask for additional documents. All right. So that is why I always say, whenever you are filling a form, be straight to the point, be concise, make it short, so you don't give room for more information to be asked. I hope this is clear, and I hope that this is a vital information. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in our next video, and I wish you all the best of luck if you are embarking on visiting Canada. This is it, and bye. Bye, guys.